ndị ba ekenekweni m unu asị m ka ọ mara na anyị na mma anyị si ka nke onye chikwelu ya zelụkwa dịka o si dị ebe anyị si wena wetara onye bụ ozi unu je gị ugbu a n'iru akwụkwọ bụ na Eastern News 24 ebe a ka anyị si wena wetara onye bụ ozi biko ife a gbasara maka ebe ife na-eme n'obodo anyị nọ n'ime ya and nwere onwe ndị Igbo na-azọ dịka o si dị ozi anyị wetara n'ụbọchị nke taa bụ according to the Biafran activist weta ya bụ ozi n'iru akwụkwọ as he quote. Breaking news. The leader of indigenous people of Biafra, Mazi NNAMDI KANU, Ohamadike Ndị Igbo, has dragged TINUBU to court, seek to end to his trial. Hear the news in details. All right, this is according to the activist Weteraya Bozi, because pay attention to this clip. It's very important. I couldn't connect with an update. Because Saga, Napoto, nobody no name. Please pay attention to this clip. Are very important. You get why. All right, over to you, sir.
There is a new twist, and a very huge one indeed, in the case of Mazi NNAMDI KANU, as Mazi NNAMDI KANU has dragged the zoo government to court once again, seeking the end to his illegal trial and detention in the Zoological Republic of Animal Kingdom, Nigeria. We are here to read in full details. And as you can see, I will be reading from Vanguard News Nigeria, one of the Zoo Gota media platforms. And according to their title, they said, NNAMDI KANU files fresh suit against federal government, seeks termination of his continued trial. You can see the date, October 24, 2025. It is a breaking news indeed. The detained leader of the indigenous people of Biafra, IPOB, Mazi NNAMDI KANU, has filed a fresh suit against the federal government of the zoo, seeking permanent termination of his continued trial. First of all, there shouldn't be trial in the first place. There should not be anything called trial in the first place, because you cannot kidnap Mazi NNAMDI KANU in a foreign country, extraordinarily rendition him in the zoo, which is a crime against international treaties, and at the same time seeking to try him in the zoo. Who does that? Who does that? So this is a fresh case now, outside of the ones that they are, the shenanigans that have been going on in the court. This is a fresh one. So we are going to go through it to see if Mazi NNAMDI KANU filed the case by himself, or if anybody represents him. We all know that Mazi NNAMDI KANU has relieved his team of lawyers from their duty to represent him in the court as his legal representative. And recall that the case of Mazi NNAMDI KANU came up today in the court, and of course has been subsequently adjourned. Now, let us continue with this. He also adduced reasons the trial should not be allowed to continue after being discharged by the Court of Appeal, describing it as a flagrant violation of the rule of law. The whole truth is in the public. The truth is open, very, very open. In 2022, Mazi NNAMDI KANU was discharged by the appeal court. He won the case. He literally and completely won the case, hands down. But what happened? The federal government of the zoo refused to release him. They ordered DSS not to release him. And now you still want to continue with whatever you call trial. Who does that? Now, in the suit marked FSC/ABJ/CR/383/2015, a copy of which was made available to Vanguard through the family, KANU highlighted 4 defects of his continued trial. These 4 defects: contempt of appellate authority, failure to take judicial notice of repeal, denial of fair hearing, and reliance on forgery, are all ex facie recording and strike at the root of jurisdiction, the suit read. Each of these defects is independently fatal. Cumulatively, they render the entire trial incompetent and void, the suit added. KANU argued that the federal government remains in flagrant contempt of a subsisting appellate judgment which had in the past discharged him. By the doctrine of appellate finality, that order terminated the trial absolutely, he submitted. Until it was set aside by the Supreme Court after 14 months, it remained binding in presente and enforceable ex babito justicia, Governor of Lagos vs. Ojukwu in 1986. A contemner cannot invoke the equitable discretion of a lower court while continuing in disobedience. Es topi cosa non orito actio. KANU also argued that he had been denied fair hearing in violation of Section 36, 6b and c of the 1999 Constitution and Article 7(1)c of the African Charter. He said that after 4 years in solitary detention, he was permitted only 3 hours of monitored consultation with counsel in the courtroom on the eve of entering his defense in a capital case. That is not fair hearing. It is judicial perversity, the suit read. On the defect of reliance on a forged medical report, KANU said the court ruling on his fitness to stand trial rests upon a forged medical report dated 23rd September 2025. Imagine. So even the Zoo Medical Association has joined the corrupt system of the Zoological Republic of Animal Kingdom government and of course judiciary. Can you imagine? An independent body, Nigeria Medical Association, is now partaking in the corrupt system of the zoo government and its judiciary. It's unbelievable. And the one Mazi Nnamdi Kanu to stand trial in such a condition is not going to happen. Never. He noted that the order directing the Nigeria Medical Association (MNA) to examine him was made on 26 September 2025, while the purported report was dated, issued 3 days earlier. You see? KANU insisted that no such examination ever occurred, adding that reliance on that fraudulent document vitiates the ruling. Citing Modukolu versus Nkemdelim 1962, KANU said where any condition precedent to jurisdiction is absent, the entire proceedings are nullity. He therefore urged the court to declare these proceedings void and to terminate the trial forthwith in obedience to the rule of law. Okay, so now Mazi Nnamdi Kanu has done his part. Let us now see what is going to be the response of the Zoological Republic of Animal Kingdom, Nigeria. Thank you, my people. Tosalo Numozia and make it go viral.
Anybody standing in trial or coming to try me is a terrorist. That's what their law says. Section what me? As simple as that. Section 2, subsection 3F of Terrorism Prevention and Prohibition Act. That's what it says. Any court considered to try me is committed an act of terrorism. Yes. Very clear. You cannot violate a treaty that Nigeria entered into and then come to try that very person. Is not done anywhere in the world. So you must be aware of that. So that is why there is all these ridiculous delays. That is what Supreme Court said. I did not jump bail. My home was invaded. They came to kill me and I survived. They came to Kenya to kidnap me, brought me back to this country and seeking to try me, which the law says cannot happen. You cannot violate a treaty that Nigeria entered into and then hope to stand on that illegality to conduct a trial. Is not done anywhere in the world. And what happened in my case?
So I was actually surprised that a high court have refused to obey or abide by the determination of a Supreme Court judgment.
And then take the only part that is against him and then refuse to apply the part that is in favor of him.
This cherry picking of what was contained in the Supreme Court judgment is what I'm against.
Yes, that's correct.
It should be implemented holistically.
Yes.
I'm not against facing any trial.
Judgment.
After all, I'm innocent, they have not been against me. But there cannot be any trial when key sections of the Constitution and a key Supreme Court judgment has been violated by a court of law.
Are you concerned that this means for the case to go back and come back to the court?
This is my 4th year in solitary confinement in detention. The 5th year will not kill me.
Sorry, what if the case is also reassigned back to her? Will you still be comfortable?
It's not going on.
No, it won't happen.
It won't happen. It doesn't happen.
It doesn't happen that way. It doesn't happen that way at all.
Thank you very much.
These are the things that the public must understand. Most of you journalists, the legal correspondents, you don't take time to actually study some of these rulings and judgments. Go and study. In fact, I'll give you.
Bring that envelope. Bring the envelope. Look at it here. Look at it here. Look at it.
I'll give it to her because I think she's a bit more.
Give her the Supreme Court judgment.
Can you hold this for me?
She can.
I want to let the whole world understand something. Very, very clear. In all this is the judgment of the Supreme Court. It made it very clear that even that the impartiality of the judge is questionable. And is here. Where is it? Please do bear with me. It says it here.
I like
what is
it.
it? Page? What is that again?
13,
where it says
or page 18.
all these things are online. Is it not page 18? All these things are online. So I suggest that the journalists in this country actually take out time to do some basic research. It's not difficult, just minor research. You will understand the vacuousness, the emptiness of all the charges against me.
Okay.
They kept switching the charges. They said I committed this crime in England, isn't it?
Yes.
I made a broadcast in England.
Yes.
And in 9 charges leveled against me, this place where I committed this crime was London in the United Kingdom.
Yes.
When my lawyers came to see me, I had a discussion with them about how I'm going to defend myself. I told them that no court in Nigeria has jurisdiction to try me. Because since this offense was committed in England, so they said, it's only a UK court that can give a Nigerian court the authority to proceed, isn't it?
Yes. Based on that, they removed London.
Based on that, they now amended the charge again and removed London.
Location of the broadcast.
Location of the broadcast. Contrary to section 196.
174 of the Terrorism Prevention Act 2022.
In violation of their own laws. Violation of their own laws. And you want me to stand trial under such circumstances? Is that possible? NNAMDI KANU to stand trial where all these shenanigans are going on? It's not possible.
Ndị ba ngwadalụ dị nye dịkun sipene sore ni ru akwụkwọ. Ọ ya masị mma napụ kunu comment ya gbasata maka ya bụ iya wana ikwu ni ru akwụkwọ no dị nke gị. Ịmara feature dela ya na comment gbasata maka ya bụ ife okwu asị kọwagasị ya ni ru akwụkwọ. Maka emesịa n'ụmụnne m. Kabakwarụ ketụsa ya bụ ozi. Ọzọ dị ka ibu ya bụ iya bụ Eastern News 24 ka esi were wetara ya bụ ozi. Ka emesịa n'ụmụnne m.